Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Ace here for another week of awesome Rivals 2 recaps. What up? This week, I'm in a totally different place. Oh my god, we're house sitting. So I'm in this weird and different house, and you're not used to seeing me here. Anyway, this episode was weird and unusual to go along with this weird new place. So there's not going to be any pictures right here because I don't care, because the end result was I am mad. So let's take it from the top. Marlon and Derek at the beginning of the episode. How cute is that? This is like my favorite hookup on all of Rivals 2 so far. Is it yours? Tell me down in the comments. Oh, and I just want to mention I'm not repping anything today because I'm mad at this episode. So I kept my regular clothes on. Hey, I'm vlogging here, and yeah, see me in a new shirt next week or something. Anyway, back to Marlon. I love Marlon's attitude on his whole I'm bisexual thing. Like, he doesn't let anybody really bother him or anything like that until later in the episode. But I mean, like, when he's telling people, he's not like, you know, weird about it or whatever. Like he was in the real world. It's very cool, calm, collected. He's like Marie. He gives no shits and zero fucks about it. This is a good beer. Kind of tasty. The light's glaring in it and you can barely see. Okay. These are my notes. Shh. So next they all decide to play kind of a gameplay on charades, but they're gonna like put everybody's name in whatever and pick names of the people who are on the challenge and try to act out that person, which doesn't sound like a good idea with a room full of people who are, you know, really love themselves and are on this show and hate the other person that they're with basically, and then they're gonna pick names to try to act out those people. Doesn't sound like a good plan. And it wasn't, because Marlon's name came up and Leroy didn't think that he knew Marlon enough to like act out his personality, so he passed it on to who else other than Knight, who thought that it was a good idea to get down on his knees and act like he was giving a blowjob to someone, to act like he was Marlon. Nobody laughed. Crickets. And then on the after show, he was like, a lot of people laughed. I don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people laughed. We didn't hear anybody laugh. Just saying. Now Marlon's trying to fight Knight. Jemmye is so super stoked to maybe see Knight get knocked out, but it doesn't happen. Damn. Anissa's talking to Marlon about coming out and about yada yada, all kinds of other stuff. Anissa didn't say anything wrong, but like Trishelle is just really just tired of hearing her talk, I guess. So Trishelle starts talking shit to Anissa. Anissa wants to fight Trishelle. They're starting to go after each other. And I'm kind of biased on this one because I really like Trishelle. And like a lot of other things on these shows, going back to last week when people were telling me in the comments that I shouldn't have been mean about Bird having panic attacks because they weren't fed all day by the production and yada yada. We only see what we see. And that's what I comment on. So if a lot of other things happened and they talk about it on these radio shows and whatever and whatnot, I'm not recapping that. I'm recapping the episode. So anyway, I'm sure things have happened that we haven't seen, but as far as Trishelle goes, I like Trishelle. I always have, and everybody else always hasn't. This isn't anything new. Anyway, so I like how Anissa was like, I'm not gonna hit her. I'm not gonna hit her, while she's grabbing her like this from the back. I'm not gonna hit her. No, but you're ripping her head off of her neck. But that's okay. That's okay, because they didn't fight. They didn't fight. Trishelle wakes up wanting to leave, of course. Sarah is not happy about this. Sarah always gets hosed. She really does. She's gotten hosed multiple times. She's a big crier, and things happen to her that you're like, oh, you're such a good competitor. Damn, this really sucks for you. But then you're like, oh, you're a really good competitor. So, yay, you're going home and we don't have to compete against you anymore. Trishelle actually winds up leaving. She quits. She's had it. I don't like quitters, but I ain't mad at you. Then I love when they cut to Nany and Jasmine and Knight talking in the room, and Nany's like, I wonder what's gonna happen to Sarah. And Knight's like, send her home. I'm sick of her fucking joy and spirit and happiness. LOL. TJ then calls a meeting, and he unfortunately tells Sarah that she's gotta go home because Trishelle left voluntarily, and so it leaves her with no partner, so she's gotta go. That sucks, but we're moving on. We'll see you later. I'm sure, Sarah, we'll see you on another challenge. Hopefully you get a partner that stays, and, I mean, you know, you can stay in the game. that's just the challenge for you. So moving on to the challenge, it was called Mind Over Splatter, and basically team against team, they had to climb up a rope ladder to then get to more ropes that they had to scoot across or glide or whatever until they got to a platform where they rang a bell. The person with the best time wins, and if you fall off, you have to start over. You have a max time of 10 minutes. I hate repeating what these challenges are, but just in case anyone's not watching the actual episode, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you're watching this and you haven't seen the episode, that's really weird, but thank you. So CT and Wes go up against Preston and Knight in the first round of this challenge, and Knight winds up falling into the water. Preston is holding on for dear life. Knight is trying to start back over. By the time they're done, CT and Wes are already rang the bell, and they're still, halfway down the rope, and they've reached their 10 minutes, so they're out of the game. I like when CT and Wes rang the bell, and Wes was like, I hate to say it, but CT and I are bonding. That's cute. So let's go through this really quickly, because nothing in this challenge really was unusual. I mean, people won, people lost, people were faster than others. Nothing fun really happened. Jazz and Teresa versus Cara Maria and Cook. No, it's Cook and Cara Maria. Cook and Cara Maria. Yeah. Anyway, Cook and Cara Maria finished first. Derek and Rob versus Marlon and Jordan. Marlon and Jordan finished first. John A and Nani versus DM and Anissa. John A and Nani finished first. Leroy and Ty versus Zach and Trey. Zach and Trey finished first, bro. They keep winning. It's my punishment. Trey keeps winning, and he's at home just laughing, thinking Ace is making these recaps and she's really like, oh my god, Trey's doing so well and I can't make fun of him really. Moving on. Oh, I forgot to say, dude, they are such a great couple. Emily and Paula versus Jemmye and Camilla, whatever. Of course, Emily and Paula win. Shocker. Last but not least is Johnny and Frank versus no one else. So they beat themselves, and they went pretty fast. So the lady winners were Paula and Emily, duh, shocker again, and the guy winners were Frank and Johnny. And I hate to say it, but I am happy about this win because I am happy that it's not Zach and Trey again. Congrats to you, Frank. Congrats to you, Johnny. You know what's funny? Where I'm from in New Orleans, there's actually a commercial, and it's like about this furniture store called Frankie and Johnny's, and it's really the most ridiculous thing that you'll ever see in your life. I'll try to throw the link down in the description. Since I'm not putting pictures in, I will definitely throw it down in the description. Go see Frankie and Johnny's where you can get a deal today. She got the $50. Let her have it with no problem. That won't make sense to you unless you go down there and watch the video. Okay. So in deliberation, we already know that Preston and Knight are going into the jungle because they sucked at the challenge. And I am having a heart attack because I'm like, why the fuck is everybody voting in Rob and Derek? I'm going to stab someone in the eye with my pen that I'm writing notes with. I love my Love Nugget team, and I'm gonna be so pissed if they don't come back, and I was really upset. Anyway, everybody votes them in, and they're the ones going in. But did you guys see CT and Knight when there was like the little commercial piece of a challenge that they give you that's like not, the challenge isn't back on, but here's a little something extra that's not a commercial. When they were talking about how horrible and intimidating the bugs are in Thailand, I would not be able to spend a night in Thailand. Yeah, they're really scary, and they were like beating the shit out of bugs with big poles. I mean, I wouldn't survive there. CT said once you kill one, 5 more show up, so I'm not going to Thailand. You hear that, Bae? We're not going to Thailand. Fuck is right, I'm not going. So I didn't even catch the name of the jungle because I don't care. And it's called Bells on Your Feet and Hit People with a Stick. I don't know. Anyway, 2 people from each team are blindfolded. They have bells on their feet and they both have sticks. And their teammate is telling them how to hit the other person while they can't see. And then when they break the stick on the other person, they win the round. I have the best descriptions of any recapper across the land. I can't explain anything.
And you even said that sentence wrong. It's in all the land. Like the royals, like in all the land.
In all the land. There we go. So this challenge is pretty hilarious. It's even more hilarious how Preston comes out with a fucking lightsaber blindfolded. He's like, I can do all kinds of tricks. Nobody's gonna mess with me. I have lavender hair, and it's fancy as fuck. It was hilarious that Derek said that he had an advantage at this challenge because of his Mexican piñata hitting heritage, which I thought was pretty damn funny and pretty true because Mexicans hit piñatas, and that's basically what we're doing here in this jungle. Welcome to the jungle! The whole song works. We got fun and games! I can't sing right now. We got everything you want! No, that's how they sing. Jungle! Welcome to the jungle! Won't you? Yeah! So in the first round, Derek tells Rob when to hit Preston, and boom! He's out of there, folks. So when Knight and Derek go up against each other, Knight's all crawling around on the ground, getting all strategic and shit. It worked out for him because he eventually hit Derek, and Derek was out. So now it's the last round to see who's best 2 out of 3 to win the jungle. I wasn't even nervous. I even wrote down these words. Now it's Rob versus Knight. You already know my choice. Come on, Rob! Redhead power! Ginger power! So it's Rob versus Knight, and after they spun around each other a couple of times, Knight swung, hit Rob, Rob's out, I cried. I even wrote, no fucking way, in big, huge letters. Anyway, it's a lavender skied night tonight, and I'm sad. Do you get that? I wrote that down. It's a lavender skied night tonight, and I'm sad with the results of this jungle, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I love you, Rob. I love you, Derek. You're my Love Nugget team. And Team Sunshine, we will see you again in challenges to come. And I'll still be here, 60 years old, recapping this stupid, awesome show. So to end the episode off right, Knight is trying to apologize to Marlon for basically impersonating him as a cocksucker. I can't even say those words correctly. Like, I feel disgusting when they leave my mouth. Anyway, hashtag lesbian problems. And then Marlon and Nany are loving on each other. Marlon's getting a lot of action this episode. That's basically what this whole episode is about. Marlon's the man. Marlon's getting it from both sides. Marlon's proud of himself. Go you, Marlon. Cheers. And basically that's it. So this episode was a little lackluster for me. Can we where that word came from, I have no idea, but I know that I used it in the right context, and I must have used word of the day toilet paper today when I woke up and I didn't even know. So sorry this recap was different. I think it was still good. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and definitely check out the next recap next week, Thursday, same day, same place, same face. Well, sometimes I'm not in the same place as you see today, but I'm always here to recap the challenge for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I will see you next week. Please subscribe to this channel if you're not already so you don't miss it, and always check out all the links down below because that's where you go to find all the stuff on the show. Oh, anyway, do all that. Share this video with your challenge friends. Hit it with a hard retweet. Show me some love. This sounds stupid, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Click my face to see last week's recap because I don't have a clip to put right here for last week's recap, and you just wanted to see more of my face. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. Love your faces. Bye. She's squirting me with a water gun. Stop it. Stop it. Ah!